Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Facebook Live today, focusing on Ask Me Anything about landing pages. So, we're going to go over how you can create dynamic landing pages for your business to get, generate more leads, but also be able to utilize this in different ways. So, if you're having hidden pages, maybe you're doing something with investments, or you just want to have something that you can send out through ad channels and social media channels, we're going to have those options available for you today so you can see how you can utilize it. And I'm going to show off a brand new feature that's going to help expedite that even more. So I'm going to give people some time, get settled in. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comment section. That way I can see what you have so we can focus on that while we work today. So really excited and glad to be back. So give you some time and we'll get started. Again, if you're new to our Facebook Live events, this is where we actually go over anything that you might be curious about. So if there's a new functionality, if there's something that you haven't done for your business before, this is where you're going to learn about it today. So if you have any questions about before we get started, leave them in the comment section. That way we know what the focus is, and that way I can help you with anything that you might be having challenges with when it comes to any of the topics today. Hi, Lisa. Let me see what her question is. I'd like to set up a landing page just for my seniors in yearbook portrait sessions. My clients get confused between the two, and I want to try to clarify from the beginning the differences. Not sure if this is an appropriate place to discuss this, but I thought I would ask. Yeah, this is something that we can kind of, showcase off. You have your traditional session types, but this is where you can also do something that's streamlined a little bit, and you can also hide it from your regular session types if this is something that you don't want displayed on your website originally, but maybe you're only doing it for social media channels and ads or anything like that. This is a great way to create those hidden pages that way as well. And you can also create these dynamic pages without headers and footers as well. So that way they don't get lost if they're trying to track down something else on their page. So once you get them over there, they're kind of locked in to that funnel. So that's something that we can showcase today. I'm really excited about talking about. And yeah, we'll dive in just a moment. So thank you for joining me, Lisa. Also, I'm going to be focusing on a topic. So if you haven't seen it yet, we wrote something on our blog.photobiz.com that is focused on using landing pages for photographers. So this is something that you can definitely walk away with if you haven't seen it yet. This is a great article. Let me just jump over to it real quick. 5 ways to use landing pages for photographers. This is going to help you, showcase different specific works that you might be having. If you have any special offer or promotion, just like Lisa's talking about, she has something that she wants to offer that's different. This is a great way to do that. That doesn't get the customers lost on other pages and things like that. Also, it's a great way to collect leads. So if you're using anything through ads or social media channels, it's a great way to connect that way. You can also sell prints and other products directly on landing page types like this. So if there's specific products and things that you're trying to sell, services, you name it, you can put it on a landing page itself that isn't anywhere else on the website as well. So there's so many ways that you can utilize this type of tool. And you can also provide valuable information such as investment opportunities, anything like that, any PDF guides, you name it. This is a great way to create those types of pages that can live somewhere on your website, maybe through a blog channel, and then they click over it and then they get to that way. That way it's just something that's beautiful, that's hidden, but not just a PDF. Because PDFs you have to update and then you have to re-upload, where this is something that you can transform and update anytime and it'll go out there live. So, great things that we're going to be focusing on today. Really excited about it. All right, let's jump over to our pages. So, once we're logged in, we're in the builder itself. There's one new functionality I really want to focus on today about the landing pages. I think this is going to help a lot of our users out today. So, PhotoBiz users, this is a new functionality that just dropped this week that we'll be discussing more into the future as we get going, but you're going to really like this. So when you click on new page, click on page. If you're creating a brand new page, we're going to start on landing pages today. So let's just click on a page. You're going to see right away that you have the option for pre-built, pre-designed pages. So you have something that you can choose from, and there are different categories. You could choose something from like a homepage style layout. If this is something desired look that you're going for, you can select it right away from one of these desired looks that we've implemented on the site for you to choose from. So this is really nice. If you're working on an about page, we have about page designs ready for you to go as well. So you can choose from these as well. So if you're creating landing pages, anything like that, these are great starting points that you can use right away that is built right on in the builder itself now. So if you're working on a gallery page, maybe you want something displayed with a little information at the top with a nice banner, but with all your images filtered below, now you have that option. With a click of a button, you can just add that in there and then put in that stuff. So now you don't have to just copy pages. You can start from a starting point with these pre-designed pages. These page layouts are going to help expedite everything you need. So when it comes to selling online, e-commerce, if you're doing anything like that, you have these options right away. Contact pages. If you're going to have something right here, you can have your contact pages set up in no time as well. And some of my favorites are now the new social link pages. So if you're doing anything, you want to have some traction on your social media channels, you have social link pages that you can utilize right away. You have booking pages that you can utilize as well. You also have splash landing pages that you can create, and under construction pages 1 and 2. So you have these options right away that you can utilize through the builder by just click of a button now. So when you collect a new page, hey, maybe we want to start out with the simple, easy landing page style. So let's start with one that's really simple to set up now, our social link page. I think every photographer should have this. You should put this in your social media channels, especially Instagram, maybe YouTube, TikTok, you name it. If you want to link back to your website, this is going to be great. What's best about this, if you're utilizing something like Linktree, Linktree only optimizes for Linktree. So you're not getting proper SEO through them or anything like that. But with your social Linktree, through us, with the social links options through PhotoBiz, you can add your own SEO data. You can update it directly through your website builder anytime you want to. So we're going to go ahead and collect and select this social link. We're going to include all of it right away. So I'm just going to do this. I'm going to call it social links, include the content, make it visible. So now we have our social link page. It's already been created for us. Here it is. You can change it, put your image here that represents your logo, your branding, anything you want it, and you have all your links right away. So you can go through here, modify the colors how you want to, change the image how you want to something that represents your brand. So if you have your logo uploaded, let's go and see what we have in our branding. You can see we have it right here. I'm just going to download it real quick. I'm going to save this image to our downloads, and then I'm just going to re-upload it. Make sure that it's in our clipboard. Go back to our account. We'll go to our files. I'm going to upload it directly in here. That way we have it so we can do some fun stuff with it. I'm just going to add it in. There we go. Now when we go back to that page that we're designing, we can go over here, replace this placeholder image with our own. You can either upload it directly through here, or you click on clipboard and then scroll to it and then add it right away. There it is. Now it's in place. Now we have our logo. So we want to modify it, make sure it fits properly. So if it doesn't fit the way you want it to, you can always modify that. I'm going to copy it real quick. And I like to do this method as well. Go in here, add the HTML directly in. You can do it this way. Or you could use the visualizer. You can click on here, insert an image, just use the URL directly in here. And instead of small, I just make it a large. And that's going to place it in there directly. So now we have it, and it's good to go. So it's really up to you how you want to do it, if you want to use the logo or not. And then I'm just going to simply add it in. now when we're looking at a social links page, there it is. There's our logo, there's our branding, and what's really nice is it's going to look beautiful automatically on your mobile devices. So that's the big thing. So now you have this beautiful link trees thing. You can start modifying it, adding your own text here and there, whatever you're looking for. For your social links, you can add them directly in here. So, Instagram, my website. And then you can link it directly to a page on your website. We want to send them to the home. You can do all that right here and there. Oh, yes. So now all these are pre-built in here that you can modify. So you can see, like, you have my website, and it's going to drop them over there. So you can have that, any design that you're looking for, any links, any of that discussion that you want in there. And then you can modify the colors however you want to. So whatever your social links are, you can make those modifications. Then we have these background colors. Maybe you don't want to use this color. Maybe you want to use maybe a different blue. You can do that easy enough. Just make sure that all the links that you have are utilizing those colors. You can mix and match if you want to. You can get a little bit vibrant in there, however you want to. You can make those designs whatever you're looking to do. So I really love it. These are nice little nuggets that you can add to your social media trees that are now available, that you can just implement with a few clicks, and it's done. All right, make sure it looks good. All right. So now we have that. Then I would update the other colors to match this new blue. It's more diluted blue. Background color, making it that. Then we're going to make this that blue as well. Simple enough. Now we got it in there. Now we're ready. And your social media links are ready now. So now that's all it takes. We're done in seconds. And now you can just add all your social media links however you want to. And it can go as far as you want to. And it's going to look gorgeous on any device. So you don't have to worry about it at all. Lisa says, wow, that was nice. Not aware you could do that for sizing. Yeah, you can easily do that. It's no problem. So you got it in here. You can change all the words, whatever the links are, and your social media tree is set up. And then you could have it where it goes to social links, or you can just call it social your website /social. I recommend doing that. You can see that the PhotoBiz one is the same way. So if you go to our official one, I believe it is photobiz.com/social. And you can see we are utilizing the same builder, same functionality directly in there, and it looks gorgeous. So when you go to our Instagram, you can go right through it. You'll see it right there as our main links, and you can see where it'll drag us to. So it looks awesome, beautiful on any device. That's the important part. So this is a very simple landing page functionality, but it's doing so much work. It's linking people, and this is where you can add all those SEO data. So instead of utilizing something like a third-party tool, those third-party tools don't allow you to really mess with the SEO functionality. You're actually kind of like representing their brand versus them representing you at the end of the day, because everyone knows Linktree/whoever, right? Or whatever system that you're utilizing. It's not going directly to your website. So now this will be like janedoestudios.com/social, which is more attractive. It's also going to be great because now you can make this, SEO. You can add the page title information here, whatever you're going to say, Jane Doe Studio. Whatever functionality here. You can add whatever descriptions you want in here, and then whatever meta keywords here that you want to develop as well. This is now going to be optimized, and then you can go directly in there, save the changes, and right away, now your page is optimized for search engines. So that's what you want to utilize. You can do that simply right through here. So that's one type of landing page that we've created. And I'm just going to create a new drop down. I'm just going to call it landing pages. So let's just go through all the landing page types that we can create today. So we have one. We're going to put our social in there. So now we have that. And next, let's look at other options that you have. So again, we can create new pages right away. So if we're working on something like Lisa was asking about. So again, Lisa asked the question, I am setting up a landing page for my senior and yearbook portrait sessions. My clients get confused between the two, and I want to clarify the differences from the beginning. Not sure this is an appropriate place to ask this, but I thought, yes, today is the appropriate place to ask that. So again, if you're creating a brand new page, maybe you want to start with a gallery type or something like that, that is purely up to you what style of landing page you want to create. Now, when you're building a page and you want this to function as a way for people to only know about a certain event that you have, well, you can create this as a link directly on your page. You can have that there in your main navigation. That way they know it's separate. You can also, in the banner of your main page for your main gallery, you can put a little thing saying, interested in knowing more about, yearbook portraits, click here. You could also have a pop-up come up, talk about yearbook portraits there as well on your main one. That way they know, like, hey, there's options elsewhere versus what's here. So if you have that main page located on your website, you're wanting to drive traffic towards your current new thing that you're doing, you can do it different ways. Again, pop-ups, sticky banners, and then you also have the option of just adding like a little call to action saying interested in yearbook portraits on that said gallery and drive them directly to that page. Now, and you can also put it in the main navigation. Now, if you're not putting it in main navigation and you're just utilizing this through social media channels, that's another great way to utilize it too. So now that you have your social tree, you could do something like that. You could also just drive them directly to that link through ads and directly through your social media on like just posts itself. So let's go ahead and create a new gallery. We're going to call this one our, yearbook gallery, right? So I'm just going to call this landing page. And what this landing page is supposed to do is we want to drive people to it. So I'm creating this landing page. I've got a brand new landing page. Oh, there we go. I've got our brand new landing page up. Excuse me, my computer's having a moment. Let me make sure that the video is still playing. Let me know if you have any issues. I'm trying to make sure that the video is still playing. There we go. Okay. So now we got our new gallery built. We're going to put it in our landing page. We're going to put it in our little drop down that we have here. So now when we're looking at this page is already developed. It's already built into our new design that we have. You can see what it looks like. It's utilizing the colors that were put in there, but you can modify it to whatever color choices that you want. Maybe you want kind of this gold look. You can utilize that directly in there. And you can then replace all the images with your own. I'm going to keep these in here now just because we're focused on seniors. But this is where you could put that little tag here. You could have something that's focused on yearbook sessions. So this is where you could really focus on the yearbook sessions. So now we got our little landing page. It's going to be talking about senior session types. You can add it in here. You can add as much text that you want to in here that just kind of describes the event itself. And then whatever you're going to replace with this text here, you can add your own unique text here that replaces the said text on the page. So, we're trying to drive people over to a landing page for them to purchase. So this is where you can put details, about the event itself. You can add in elements about like the, booking of the options. If you have anything existing, I'm just going to drag something over. See what we got. We got this book now option. Let's see what we got in here. Anything? I'm just going to pull from the booking page. I'm just going to steal this wedding one right now. You can copy it and then you can pull it over to the page that you're developing. So down here, you can have it where people are seeing this page type. They're reading about it, the event itself. They see the type of images that you have available. And then you can have down here the option to book directly on that page as well. So that's something that you can then create as a dynamic landing page opportunity to sell. So we're going through here. I'm going to see what I have. I think I have an alternative. Instead of rides, I'm just going to make it a studio session. And that way we can see what it looks like. That way they can see, hey, here's this senior session available that they can book for. You can have it above. You can get rid of any gallery buttons if you don't need them. And this is where they can start booking for that session type right here. And what's nice is you could have this as its own page, or it could be hidden. You know, if I want the landing pages all hidden, I can do that simply. I'll go up to here, click on the drop down for it, hide this. So I don't want this visible on my website at all when people are searching for types of events that I have. I'm only utilizing this through social media channels. So I'm sending this link out directly to my followers. They're being able to, you know, select it through the social link tree that we created. Anything like that, they'll go directly to this page. This is where you can add details. So we're starting out with this page. We have it as a gallery, but you can also add that calendar functionality so people can book directly for this style of photography that you're doing. You can modify the look of it if you want to. So we're going to go through here. I'm just going to remove some of the texture behind it. I'm going to just make it, there we go. And then you can modify the colors if you need. You know, maybe you want to have that blue tone on it, you can. Let's see what that does. This is going to make it blue underneath there. So you can see what it does. You can modify the colors however you want. Whatever you're looking for when it comes to making this stuff stand out. You can make those quick changes. I'm just going to keep it white for now. So we get to here, because now we're out of our little eggshell color. Now we're into our white area where now they can book. So now we have this page. It's functioning more as this, and you can bring, you know, you can bring this up higher if you need to for scheduling. Right on the page. So we're getting straight to the, you know, what our promotion is. You know, we're saying what it is. You know, yearbook sessions for 2024, book today. A little bit of information about it. Here's the booking opportunities. Here's where you can then add a little few details. You can add a section that talks about, you know, what does the session look like. And if you have like a session built around this look for that type, if you're doing any mini sessions or anything like that, you can really make it look where it's unique and, you know, has a uniform look that you're going for. And then again, I would add that eggshell to kind of complement it to that area. So I'm going to steal that eggshell color from over here. I'm going to paste that in. There we go. So now when we're looking at the page, there we go. And now they can see what it looks like. And then you can add more opportunities here. You can add the sections where there's a little bit of details, like say if you're doing anything like an investment page or anything like that, you can add all that information in there. So if we're looking at something like this page that we created before as a landing page, so for park mini sessions, what's the event like? A little brief words about it. What you can break down what the session, the viewing, the purchasing of the products, what the end session will look like right here. And then they'll be able to book right away on here as well. So you can create so many different ways to build this type of page type. You can make it live on the website itself, or you can have it hidden and it's only visible through when you post it out there to social media channels. Brent had a question. Will this be recorded for us to watch again later? Yes. You can always visit our facebook.com/photobiz/live for any videos that we've done live. In the past couple years is all available to watch in there. So once this event is done, it'll be available there. You'll also have our youtube.com/photobiz there, and that will be where you can see that too. So yeah, you have so many opportunities where you can create these types of dynamic landing pages. And if there's something that you built a landing page for, you can obviously always copy this page again, or maybe there's an element that you like from it. Maybe I want to add this element to you know, the page that we're developing right now. So I'm going to pull this like right over to our landing page. I'm going to pull it up because we're talking about the description of this event. You know, I want to make sure people understand what this event is going to be like, you know. You know, if we're talking about the process, or we're talking about like they don't know what, they've never had a session before, what they should expect when they're booking with you. So this is a great way to kind of go into that. You can add that eggshell color back to here as well. That way they can see it. I'm just going to add it here. That way it cuts out that white section that we're focused on a little bit right in here. There we go. Now we got it going. Hey Renee, hope you're doing well. Yes, wow, right? You can really create really cool dynamic pages this way. So they can see what the session is like. You can advertise it from the top here. You can add text to this page if you want to at the top. Senior sessions, they get in here, yearbook sessions available, what the process, little details about it, how long you're doing it, what weekends you're going to do it. You can put that all right in here. And then they can see what the process is like, whatever you have detail-wise, the session, the viewing, the purchasing of the products. And then they can go directly into booking right here if you want to. You could also put this at the bottom of the page. You could have the gallery right here. Maybe you don't want to have this full, flush look. You can modify that quickly. Change it from a off, and then you can also change the mobile view if you want it to be single images. So you can make those modifications going right down the line. Now we got it like this, and it's so attractive. So you can keep this however you want to when it comes down to design wise. So we created a landing page now just for this that we would advertise through our channels, or you could leave this here up at the top. She was mentioning that she was worried that people kind of get lost, but I always recommend if you have something going on like a special event, create like a special event link. Now we could bring this up to our main channels if we wanted to. So I'm going to bring this up. I'm going to bring it right next to the contact. That way we know that we're booking for a special event. So, yearbook sessions. That way it's on the main navigation and it's right then and there. So I'm going to refresh. This page is going to change its name. So now it's yearbook sessions. There it is. It's available right then and there. I didn't know booking was available. Is that an additional cost? Renee, no. How long have you been a customer of us? It might just be some modifications that you have to turn on. But if you've been with us in the last 2 or 3 years, booking has been an option available. It's available for everyone. So if you are an older customer, you might have to get some of those options changed. Just reach out to our team. We can always turn it on. But you have that available right in here. So you go over to the main thing. You see scheduler. Click here. You'll be able to add the services that you do, any type of services. You can then add the cost, an image that represents that service. You can add on options as well. And you can modify the availability. So if this is something that you do daily, I recommend keeping no on. But if you have a limited schedule, you can make this great for mini sessions or anything like that. So maybe you're only doing it for specific days. Or if you only do, like, say, consultations on a specific day, you can do it that way as well. So if I was going to create a mini session, create a new one, custom dates, this is where you could then go in, punch in your custom dates and stuff like that. So yeah, always available. You can just check it out. If you don't have this on the left side menu, you might have to turn that on because you might have legacy options. But if you need any help, just reach out to our team. You can always hit this live chat button over here. You can always respond, talk with us. We respond within 5 minutes, and our team will be able to assist you right then and there. Okay? And you can always call us. So those are some nice little benefits if you ever need to jump in there. But yes, I love it because what's really nice is you can take a payment right away if you want to, or you just do it for the booking and then send them an invoice later if you need to, like with our quotes and invoice tools. So if you can send them later, like, hey, I saw someone booked, I'm just going to create something real quick, boom, and it sends out to them. So you can do that in no time by just adding it here, adding whatever service, service is available, and then whatever you have here as a promotion service. Here we go, boom. Then you can send that directly to them. Lisa has a question. I know this isn't part of the sessions. Is PD doing anything to help us organize the images to make it easier to select? When it comes to image selection, you mean like, are we working on anything from like the file section? There are some things that we have in motion that I know of. When they are being released, I do not know yet, Lisa, but those are things that are being worked on, yes, for helpful with organization and stuff like that, yeah. So we've developed 2 landing pages. I'm just going to put this one back down in our landing page section, and we're going to create another landing page available. So let's go ahead. We're going to go in here. We're going to go see what else we have. If you're doing anything with products or selling anything, you can also create landing pages dedicated to those product types. So you can easily create a store if you want to, or you can create something with a little bit more dramatic effect. So if you're doing anything with trying to get people to book with you or anything like that, you have a booking page that you can easily create right here. So I'm just going to do one. We're just going to create a fast and easy booking landing page. Again, this is something that you could keep on your page as a special landing page, or you could keep this only for social media channels. I'm going to see what it looks like. There we go. We got our page available, and then you would just add your sessions in here. How you do that? Again, if you don't know how to do it, and this might be good for Renee to see, you add the block. You can see that we have a scheduler block. This block's already in here. You just could display all the services that you do. If you do that, it's going to showcase all of them. Or you could display single category ones. So maybe you have one for 1 hour sessions available. They can see those displayed right here. And when that looks like on the page, there you go. So you can have all those session types available to book right here and there. Or you can also customize it even further. When you come in here, you can do it display with specific tags. So if they've been tagged properly, you can also display those services, or you can select each and individual one that you want to have available to be seen here. So maybe this is a page for mini sessions. You could have all those displayed here, however you want to. And then maybe you're doing one for your in-studio sessions. You can make those changes right then and there. You can see what's available. You can remove ones that you don't utilize anymore, and that's what's available. So it's really up to you when it comes down to how you want to display which services are available. I'm just going to select on our 1 hours again, just because it was attractive. And then it would go directly into those landing page options directly for that customer type. So you can see how it works. It looks beautiful, and it's going to function again however you want to on those social media channels. So if you have it going directly from your link, it's going to look awesome. You can also add a form to a page. So if you want to, if they have any questions, you can add that contact form directly below it. So let's see what that landing page looks like now. So there we go. If you want to modify the landing page, you can add its own form directly here. You can create a new form, or you can edit the form that's currently there. I'm just going to make these a little bit more clean looking to me. So we're just going to see what it looks like. I'm going to refresh. Go back to the page. There we go. And there we go. So we got that going. Now let's just see how everything looks. Again, if you don't know about it, there's some new functionalities up here. You can see what everything looks like on devices as well when you're looking at everything. So you can just take a look at what these pages are looking like. Let's go back to that social links. We can see what it looks like up here as well. Whoop. Click on these little icons here. You can see right away how it displays on devices. So the more you got, of course, it'll fulfill all that. Lisa has a question. On these landing/scheduler pages, can you link to an outside scheduler, 17 hats, Calendarly? Yes. So if you want to embed a third-party tool, you can. And you can just remove the one functionality that's there on ours if you want to. So we have all those built-in options right then and there if you want to utilize it. But if you're booking your own landing page and you're utilizing a third-party tool, all you have to do here is add an HTML block and then copy their embed code and then paste it directly in here. So if you have an embed code for anything, you can just drop it in there. So that's all you really need to do to make those landing pages function like that. So instead of using our proprietary system that's built right in here that you have full access to, if you use something like 17 Hats or Calendarly or some other third-party tool, as long as they have an embed code, you can drop it right in there. Most of them do have third-party embed codes, so you should be able to just drag and drop it right on in there. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, so you can customize these pages and they'll look great, utilizing any tools. So that's one thing, you have that open access to utilize tools that you might already be using through other parties. But if you want the functionality with us, you have that as availability as well. But yeah, all you need to do is utilize the HTML block, pop that code in there, and you're good to go. So we built a booking page, another booking page style. We're just going to throw that in our landing page. Again, one of my favorite functionalities now is this new page option. So it just helps you build pages much faster than ever before, right? So, maybe you're building a page about yourself or you like the way it looks. You can start with these functionalities when you're building these landing pages. And again, we're looking at like the top, options that we're looking at. So when we're building a page, specifically showing off work, maybe you're doing something different, that is just for those senior yearbook sessions. That's what we've kind of worked on. But if you're offering a special promotion, maybe you want to do something like that. Maybe you are only doing a special event. You can do that as well. Brent had a question. Is there a way to embed Google reviews on a testimonial page? Now, Google used to allow embeds. Now they restricted that in the last few years. What you have to utilize now is a third-party tool. There's some out there. I think one is called ElfSite, if I remember correctly. Let me just see, ElfSite. But there are widgets, a bunch of widgets out there, and what they do is, any type of widget that you're looking for, you can see there's tons available. So reviews, you can find one for Google reviews, and what it'll do is it'll generate a code for you, like something like this. You can continue with that template, and then once you have it, you can copy and paste it. Now, some of these do cost. They sometimes give you a free one, but like say if I'm utilizing PhotoBiz, I'm going to see what comes up. There we are. There's PhotoBiz's. I'm just going to say I want to add this to our website. It'll generate a code. You'll connect it to your accounts from there. So if I was going to do that, let's see if it lets me do that. I'm just going to do Jeremy Heiler. There we go. It's going to create an embed code. It might ask for payment or something like that. Just kind of go through whatever it needs to. Untitled widget, add to website. So I'm going to copy it. I'm going to copy this code. And what it's do is I'm going to copy it right now. Then I'm going to go back over to, say, on this page for our booking session. We want people to know how cool we are, right? Again, add that HTML code. Block, paste this in there. So now it's been occupied. We go back to this page over here, and it's going to occupy it. Now, when you're using the free version of this, it's going to say free Google review widget. Some people care about it, some people don't. But you can see right away, you pasted it in here, and it's good to go. You can do that if you need to, but yeah, this is a third-party functionality. Again, Google made it a little bit sad because I liked it when it was native, but they got rid of the tool. I guess they got tired of updating it however they wanted to. But now you have it available. You can just paste it in there, and you're good to go. So let's see what it looks like again. There you go. I just add a little line break there just to give it some gravitas in there. So it looks nice, right? And then it gives people the functionality to write a review as they want to. So if you want to get rid of that free Google widget thing, you can definitely do that. It's a paid subscription through them, but they have tons of other widgets, so it might be something you worth looking at. Some of them do have caps, like how many times it's been viewed, and then it'll say it can't work anymore. So just be aware of that. So just take a look at it, see how much they cost, and go from there. But I think I know some of these places can be a little crazy with pricing. So let's see. I'm going to click on widgets. I'm going to click on, you can get like a whole package or just a single one. Let's see. And they'll tell you pricing just for that. So there you go. There's the free version, $5 for the low traffic website. So about 5,000 views, $5 a month. So if you need that, you can go for that. Ad free. Otherwise, you get the branding on there. So it's really up to you. You can see you get a max of 200 views. So that's how that works. So just be aware of that, Brent. Yeah, it's exactly something you're looking for. I want there to be more native options like there. I just wish Google kept it. They got rid of it about 5-6 years ago. It was so nice when you could just plop a piece of code from them in and it looked good. But I guess they've made so many updates to the business profile system that other people are now having to do it, and they're not giving it away for free like they used to. Yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't it, Lisa? Yeah, I love it. So yeah, if you're averaging about 200 people per view on that page, then you're okay for the month with that branding before anything. But if you want to put $5 down a month, you get 5,000 views. Is that what it was? You should be fine. So it's up to you at the end of the day. All right, so back over here, we've created some landing pages with some options like that. Again, if you want to create other landing page types, great thing is starting with a new page and then selecting the options that you're looking for. Again, just kind of run through them if there's anything like that. If you want to create something dynamic, like maybe you have a splash intro page, guess what? You have that as an option now. So landing page type right here, it's just called landing page. We're going to click on that. We're just going to call it splash page. This is really nice, so if you have multiple types of genres of photography that you cover, you will want to do something like this. I'm going to steal this from over here real quick and plop it over on our splash page. That way it's the exact size I want it to be. And we can get rid of this one right here. So when we're taking a look, you can see right here, we got this nice little landing page. You know, we got it built right on in. We can modify it a little bit further if we don't want any scrolling and stuff like that. Hey, let's modify some sizing in here, right? So I'm just gonna shrink this guy down. Gonna keep it like that. And then you just keep tweaking until you get the desired look you like. I'm just gonna get rid of some of these pages that we've been working on. Free up my timeline up here at the top, huh? Alright, so back over here. Splash page, refresh. There we go. And if you don't even want any of this text, you can get rid of that as well. So we always recommend having some text just for SEO purposes, but if you want to have a nice little intro splash page, you can create a landing page just like this that drives people directly where you want them to go. So, you know, something for Lisa, if you are wanting to do something splashy like this, you could click something where people are driven directly to the types of photography that they want to go to. You know, so landing, you know, yearbook sessions, seniors, etc. They could drive themselves directly there. So you can create something dynamic like this. And you can modify it even further. You can make it where, you know, you can modify the design. So maybe you want it to all sit flush together. You can do that. Take away the spacing in between. You can then have it go like that. And that way they're all connected that way. Then you can remove any padding or anything like that that you don't think is necessary. I'm just going to remove the space within the blocks itself. When I do that, it's just going to keep shrinking the size up, and it's just going to make this look more attractive at the end of the day. So you can have a really beautiful landing page style like this. This is where you want to have your, you know, big splashy intro. You don't have any menu items here at the top, so when they click onto that page, it'll drive them directly to something that you want to. So if you have your portrait page, once we get there, this is going to take them to the traditional page types that we have. So maybe I'll just click on family for now, but maybe this takes them over to a gallery for that. You go over here, we're going to refresh again, and boom, we're right into that gallery. And then all our main menu styles come back after that. So you can create something like that if you want to. Lisa had a question. This looks like what I was thinking of doing. Do I link to this? It's not the main homepage, correct? You can make it any type of page you want to. So if you want that to be the homepage, you could, or you can make this like what I would call like a hub style splash page. So say, let's create a hub, right? So we're gonna have a page. We're just gonna call it like, you know, we'll start with blank. We could call it hub, you know, or we could call it something like that. So when people get to this page, you could have an entire page type hidden from here. So you could have two galleries. And maybe they're not visible on the, you know, in here. So we're going to have a section. We're just going to call it hidden splashes or hidden pages. Hidden galleries. How about that? Now these are only accessible if they get to the splash page. So we could call this splash page now something like our senior galleries. And maybe you only have two types of senior galleries available. Some people like to do boys, girls separately, but since you're only going to focus maybe on two, you could have it where it's just these two. I'm going to remove that, so now it's just two. We're going to make it a 2 by 2. So we're going to go through here, we're going to modify it a bit. We're just going to change it from a column. We're going to make it a single one. There we go. So now we have this, and they can choose between seniors and then senior, we'll call it yearbook. So now this lives here. Now we have our hidden galleries, right? So now we have our yearbook session. I'm going to pull that in there. And then you could have the senior sessions also here as well. So say we have something here. We don't, but we're just going to go ahead and create one with our new page type. It's really awesome. Click here. Now we'll just go to our gallery. We'll just click on and create a traditional gallery. And it's done. How about that? Gallery type A. We're just going to call it seniors. So now we have our two types. So this would be where we put all our senior photos. We're going to put this in there, and then we're going to go back to our senior galleries. We're going to modify this one. We're going to call this one seniors. We're going to change it, and we're going to make it link to our senior gallery or our seniors. There we go. And then we have our yearbook sessions, and we're going to link that to our yearbook sessions. And again, this one's only accessible through this portal that we've created, our new senior galleries. If it lives outside of the portfolio or if it's in the portfolio, it's up to you. So what it looks like is we go back to our pages. Well, let me click on that. So if we go back to our home, we're on our home pages, we see our portfolio, we click on here, we click on senior galleries, and now we have a portal. We've created a hub, right, for our senior session types. So seniors yearbook sessions. So you could have something like this, and then they could choose. You can have more details if you want to. If you want to modify this even further, we'll go into here. You could add details about it, like take a look at my senior sessions to figure out your shoot, something like that, whatever you wanted to say. And then for this one, you could have interested in booking some exclusive yearbook photos. Check this out. Only few spots remain. So you can make something like that. And here we go. We got it now. We go back to that page. Again, we're going to go click on our senior galleries. We're in here. You can see there's some text here. Now they're going to be able to see the two types. So they can go right here and there. This is going to take them to that gallery, to the senior gallery, where they can see a more traditional gallery, where I can see all that here, how we designed it. Or they can go directly to that senior session type that we've created here. So if you want to keep it relegated to that, you can do something like that. That way, right away, you can have them choose which funnel they want to go through. So if they're going through the traditional page or, this landing page. And what's nice is you can utilize this landing page on the website that's through this hub, but you can always utilize this during your current advertising. So anything you're doing through your marketing right now, this is going to be really, really awesome for you. And it took no time to set all these up. So we're ready to go. And then they can see what the session types, variation is like. So what it might look like for yearbooks versus what it might look like for the traditional senior ones. And this is where you can put information on those pages as well. So that's what I really love about those. You're welcome, Lisa. Yes, you can always create a pop-up too. So if you have something on your homepage and you're trying to trigger people to come over to there, great way to do that. If you hadn't done it yet, or you don't know about it, you have that ability through our builder. You can go up to the pop-up builder. You can create this here. You can create a new pop-up. You can either do a sticky banner. Sticky banners I recommend for long-term things. Maybe if you're doing something through directly on a specific page or anything like that. Or maybe you're trying to get them to do something like for long-term, for like a seasonal thing. You could have that here, or you could have that pop-up right here. What I recommend is if you're trying to do this pop-up, maybe we have it just have the announcements one. So maybe we select this one and we can edit it. We can have saying yearbook sessions. You can have that, whatever you want to say here. We're booking right now and spots are limited. Check out our senior, yearbook sessions for 2024. And then whatever you want to say, there we go. And then you can draw them. You can change the background image. Maybe we'll just select something real quick, just to give it some texture other than the flower. Let's see. I don't have anything senior related here, but I'll just throw something like maybe this wedding look. It'll just look nice and rich with that darker color. And then you can have that button link to wherever you want it to. You can have it where it goes to a specific page. Again, we're going to drive into that yearbook page. You can have that. You can make it say book now. Any other styling, where you want it to appear. If you want it to appear dead center, you can. If there's overlay, an overlay effect is going to make the screen a little bit dark when this pops up, which I always recommend. And then you can modify the colors however you want to. So maybe you want the content color or anything like that, you can modify it. Maybe you want this to kind of stand out just a little bit. Add some yellow. School bus yellow, right? There we go. You could have something like that. right on there, and then you can modify however you want the titles and stuff like that. Then you can set this to publish. Now you can make this, we'll call this yearbook, and then you could publish it on all pages if you want to. So if they go to your home page, they'll get this and they'll see it. Oh, great. Or you can do it specifically on specific pages. So if they are in, like, say, the senior gallery, this could trigger there. So if you want to do something like that, you can. And we always recommend at least 5 seconds for that trigger to happen. That way people don't get immediately freaked out. And you can also set the expiration date. So maybe you're only doing it in the next month or so. You can make those modifications here. And how frequently they see it. So every day, once a day, only once every week, or every month. So however long you want this to display. So you can choose how it showcases however you want to. If we're doing it on that senior, sessions or anything like that, you can have it here, and it'll go through that booking as well. So you have tons of different options, however you want to. So maybe we have this pop up on the senior gallery page, you could, or the seniors page. So if I'm looking at that gallery and I came through it natively and I did not see that yearbook page, let's see what it looks like. So I'm going to hit publish. So now it's going to publish. So now I'm going to go back to I'm going to click on here, and we're just going to click on senior. Say they got here and they somehow navigated to only this page. So they're looking around, they're like, oh, I like this. Oh, yearbook sessions. They're booking right now, okay. And then that would take them over to the page, right? So that's what you want it to do. So you can definitely make it go there. I forgot to turn on the link, so let me go do that. Looking around like, oh, okay, looks good, it looks good. I'm looking at images, and then that pop-up would pop up again. I think I gotta hard reset it. Let's see. Well, since I've already seen it, that's what's gonna happen. But you would trigger it again, and then they'll be able to click on, and it'll take them directly to that landing page. So I'm gonna hit publish again. I think that's what I gotta do. There it is. And now we have it, and it'll take them to that page. So whatever option you want to do it that way, or you could always use the sticky banner option as well. So if it's on maybe just the home page itself, create that new sticky banner. I'm going to utilize this purple one. I think this purple looks nice. I'm going to edit it real quick, So you could have something like that, add some urgency to it, take them straight to that yearbook page. There we go. You could then choose to do the top or bottom. If you have a top facing menu, just be, just notice that it will stick over some links. If not, you can put it to the bottom, however you want to. And there we go. We got it in. We're going to hit publish. We want this to go to just the home page. Maybe we're just putting it on the home page, or all pages, up to you. But I'm going to make it go to the home page. Hit publish. And now when we go to the home page, there we go. We got our nice little sticky banner here at the bottom. It's catching my eye, right? So that's what we wanted to do. And I'm going to edit it one more time. I'm going to make sure that button is linked to that page. Yearbook session, save, publish again, hit refresh, and now they click on it, it's going to take them directly to that page. So you can see there's so many different ways you can funnel them in, utilizing all the tools that you have at your disposal. The pop-up banners, you have the sticky banners, which are great. Again, it's just going to help maximize getting those people directly to those areas that you're looking for. You don't have to put it on every single page. You can actually target specific pages how you want to with those landing page types. It's really up to you at the end of the day. Oh, well, thank you, Lisa. Yeah, once you publish it again, I think that's all I had to do. So now it's working. But yeah, those are like some great ways you can utilize it. And again, just look at things you want to do. If you're offering anything, if you're collecting leads, you could put like a form on the page. If you're selling something, you can have those things as a specific thing. So if we're going through here, again, let's take a look at our page types. If you want to have this as a specific page that people are being able to purchase something from you, you can create a new page. We're going to go ahead and hit e-commerce, and I like how this one looks, so I'm just going to select this one, and I'm just going to call this our sales page. Once that sales page is created, you'll be able to add and link all your products directly through here however you want to. If you have a bunch of products or not, you can have that here. There you go. So if you have a lot of products to sell, if you're doing anything maximizing people's interests, you can have them directly sent here, and then they can see the products that you have for sale. I don't have the e-commerce set up in this section, but you can see how quickly and easy you can have this page. And if you want to have it where it's up here, you can definitely keep the menu. But if you want to remove the menu, you can totally do that as well. With a few clicks, it's no problem. You click on this gear, and we're just going to not display the footer or header. So when we do that, when we come back to this page type, now it's just like this. So if you're doing anything through your social media channels, maybe you're just having direct sales to customers through those channels versus on your website, you can then display it directly here. Say you're doing something through Black Friday, maybe you're doing holiday sessions, anything you want to do directly through there, they can see the products that you sell directly on here. So it's really cool ways that you can market directly to those customers by creating dynamic landing pages through sales ones, through booking ones, private gallery types, you name it. You can create so many dynamic solutions, and yeah, the new page types available that you can choose from is really going to expand how quickly you can set these pages up. I'm really excited about you guys getting your hands on this because it's just going to make it so much faster at the end of the day. And we need more time on our hands, right? So seeing these page types is really going to help you. So, you know, again, another page that we worked on today that I recommend everyone working on is creating that social link page whenever you get to it. This is going to help you put it out on your channels, add that SEO data to it. You can then put it on your social media out there and just drive people directly to this. This is going to help connect people as fast as possible. Lisa had another question. Curious about the e-commerce. Do you need to have it linked to the PB commerce for selling, or can it use it to show options for sell? So it's really up to you how you want to do it. So you could have it here. You don't have to display it as products for sale if you don't want to. So if you create this sales page again, if you have your products here, you can display it this way. If you don't have products that are being sold directly through our e-commerce solution and you just want to display them, you can easily do that. Instead of utilizing the products block, I would recommend using something like the list items because you can still make it look designery. And you know, you can have an image tied to it. So say I select this image, and then you can then change the layout to have it where it's paired with text or something like that. So maybe like we're doing square this way. So you can have it where it's connected. Then you can add the text below it. So if it's a product for sale, saying you know, albums, you can have that way, and then description for it, etc. Details about a 18 by 11 book with 100 pages, etc. Whatever you want to say. And it doesn't have to link anywhere if you don't want it to, but this is one way you can display it and then have all your products kind of lined up that way if you want to. That way people can see the products that you sell, even if you're not selling directly through here. Maybe you're only doing it in person. That's a great way you could showcase the types of products that you do have as a solution for people. Or maybe you use something like, you know, Amazon or something like that. Some people link it that way too. Like, oh, I sell, you know, books, you know, not through here, but I have Amazon store for that stuff. So you can connect it however you want to at the end of the day, but you can showcase it this way, photo albums. You can have multiple versions of that. So however you want to connect that, you can have other albums. I'm just going to add another one in here. Lookbooks, we'll just call it that. Etc., etc., etc. But you get the point. And then I'll add one more just to round it out. And we'll make this one called for photographers, you know. Style guides. etc., etc., etc. And then when we're looking at it now, so you can come over here, and then they can see the types of books that you have available. You can put your pricing on there if you want to, anything like that, or just showcase it, whatever it is at the end of the day that you're wanting to show for customers to kind of get out of it. So that's really what it comes down to. Again, if you want to see what these pages look like, you can always take a look up here. There's this icon. You can see what it looks like on different channels. So if we want to change this, now that I got 3, I'd rather change it to a different style type. So I'll go back and I'll change the mobile functionality. I'll go to styling, go to 1 column, make that change. And then when I click back to look at it, and we look at it here, there we go. So you can really design on the fly in no time with these page layouts, these now options, preview options that you have available. If you want to see what these pages look like, you go through here, you can click on it. You're like, oh, well, here's what it looks like on this device. Well, I want to see, most people are going to be probably looking at it on their phone. All right, and I can schedule directly through here as well. Yep, you sure can. And then you can select their time, and then they can put all their information and add to cart. So you have so many different ways you can make this look attractive with layouts for landing pages. So and then when we have our social tree, you can go through right here and right away. So if you have more links, obviously they'll fill up your phone, and you can see what it looks like right away. So you can design on the fly these landing pages. You can have them directly or have them hidden. You can have them in the main menu, or you can create even more like hub style pages that we even showcased for Lisa today for her different gallery types that she had. So this is really it. I just wanted to show off the functionality, how quickly you can create these landing pages, how you can utilize them for sales, for information, for even creating different funnels for people, and also utilizing them for social media purposes. At the end of the day, this is all for marketing. Your website's your ideal marketing piece. You can create, these little pop-up banners. You can create any functionality that you're trying to drive people to. Say you have your social media links here, and she really wanted to add that pop-up on this page too. You could do that. You can go over to our pop-up again. You can have a pop-up directly on that page, which you can't do with some of these other builders. But we can go through here. We can publish. We can then choose it to only showcase on our social page. You can have that here. You can put it at the top or bottom. So when they go to that page, we're going to go back over there. This is great because now you got your own little call outs that you can utilize on your own pages, and they'll function that way too. So it really comes down to how you want these pages to function. So I really love how this really works at the end of the day. So I'm going to hit publish. Social, yep. And I might have already hard coded it by clicking on it already, but let's see. Go over here. Yeah, let me hit hard refresh. Whoa. But, yeah. I might make a new one real quick. That way you can see the functionality. I'm just going to make a new one. Go over pop-ups, create a new pop-up. 20% only today. Publish. We're going to send this directly to our specific page and our sales social page. There we go. Done. Now when we go back to that page, now I've probably got too many pop-ups popping up on it now. But in that functionality, you can turn it on and it'll work, and you have it there. And you can display it however you want to. So these are some really cool ways that you can make these websites dynamic for you and work for you when it comes to landing pages. If you have any other questions, please leave it in the comment section. Let us know. That's pretty much it for today's event. Thank you all for joining me. I'm really excited about what I was able to showcase today utilizing the PhotoBiz platform. Again, if you don't know about these builder options, you can always reach out to our team. We have that there available for you. We have a live chat that you can talk to us within 5 minutes, or you can call us directly, or you can join us for these events. You are so welcome, Renee. You're so welcome, Lisa. I'm glad that that my teaching is helpful for you at the end of the day. That's all I want. I want people to know more about the tools and functionalities that they have available directly in their control panel. And again, if you're using third-party stuff, Lisa might be using something like 17 Hats or something like that, you can always integrate those tools directly in here. Just get their embed code, drop it in on the page that you're working on, and you're good to go. If you ever want to know more about these types of options, again, check out our blog.photobiz.com. Again, this is our recent one that we have, our 5 ways to use landing pages for photographers. You can check that out. You can read that anytime, but you also can see all these other ones that we have. So if you're looking at different types of options for you, 3 ways that you can use products for photography sales. You can sell print sizes, frame options, customized options for your choices for your customers. You have that available. You can also see what came out last month. Again, if you missed those updates, you can see that we have those column options that have been updated. We have our website builder has restored deleted pages. So if you deleted pages in the past, you can restore them by in there. You also have that hide header and footer option now available. That's going to create even more dynamic landing pages for you. That way people aren't going off into your website. You also have text wrap functionalities if you need that. Now you can get these nice, beautiful wraparound text around specific items. And proofing is now client galleries. So if you've been looking for proofing, where's proofing at in my sidebar? Well, it's called client galleries now. So just want to let you know that's what that tool is called. We also have canonical updates for URLs that have been great for SEO purposes. And we're going to be having some great new updates coming out, such as this one that came out this month, which I'm really excited about. That dropped this week is that new page functionality. I think it's just going to help you guys create so many options for your customers and for your business. You're going to be able to create pages fast and easy. If you're working on something, you can create under construction pages where people can still put in details to learn about something. So you can throw it in there, have it available, and you're not having to work your butt off for it. So I really love that. You can really create these things super fast. Like, oh, well, let me just add that form so people can connect with me while I'm working on this page. You can have it directly on this page, and then you can then have that picture paired with it. So if you have a beautiful picture with you there, boom, page is ready to go, rock and roll, right? So these are the types of options that are available. You can take advantage of it, and there's going to be a really great one, especially for people who are SEO conscious, dropping next week. Can't wait to talk about it. You'll see our What's New video pop up during that time as well. So check out these What New up in the top corner. You can see all the new things that have dropped in the last couple years, but in the last couple months, you definitely want to check it out. There's some brand new functionalities that you might have missed. You're not going to believe what's coming next in next month or two. So really excited about that stuff. Take a look at those tabs. And if you're building for the first time, maybe you haven't started yet, maybe you've been with us for a while, or maybe you're changing some things on your website, you can always go to the PhotoBiz guides. So go to blog.photobiz.com and then click on guides. You'll see all the guides here that are available to help you build and get set up for your business. So if you are working on mini sessions, we got a full guide breaking down what mini sessions are, how you can utilize them for your business, and how you can prepare landing pages just like we did today. You also have the ability to check out some of these other options. So if you're getting used to our new builder functionality with the do a build option, you can see what is possible to create dynamic pages better than ever. And you also have our education.photobiz.com. So if you ever need to know anything about private coaching, you want us to do a one-on-one session, we can look at your website, build something for you right then and there for design service. 1 hour, $100. You can get a lot done during that time. You can also see our upcoming events by clicking on that tab there and see all the events coming up for the next couple months. Lisa had another question. Does PD offer services to assist on this type of work? Not the full website, but smaller projects. Yes, this is where that coaching session stuff really comes into play. So if you need any help putting any of this stuff together, Lisa, $100. We can work on something together. Our coaches built in here will actually help you right then and there. So if you're working on a page or some type of thing marketing wise, we can put that all together for you, get it done, and you can do a lot in 1 hour. So if you got those details, our team can go in there, put it all together for you. You're working with them on a Zoom call or a Google Meet, and boom, you can rock and roll. You just pick that service that you're looking for. You're going to pay in your control panel, or you're going to pay for asking us to charge it on your car. You click schedule, and then you just choose when you want to do it, and then we'll meet up with you and we'll talk to you. Yes, we just answered your question. But yeah, this is what this is great for. The coaching options are great for those types of services, especially for one-off things like for marketing purposes. Like I'm creating a new marketing campaign, or I'm trying to create a new landing page. Can you help me put that together? Yeah, we can knock it out. Definitely take advantage of those. And we've had a lot of updates to our system, generalized, looks and everything. So our on-demand videos are still existing, but they might look like the older system. Don't worry, we're going to be having some new updates coming to this. So if you ever need to look at some demos of how to set things up, These are going to be updated soon, so don't worry about that if you get confused why it looks like the older control panel versus the new one. So a lot of things are changing, a lot of new updates. Really excited about all the things we're doing here at PhotoBiz, and we can't wait to see what you're doing as well. So again, been my pleasure to talk to you. Thank you so much for joining me today. Again, reach out to us, Lisa, if you want to get started with that. Check out education.photobiz.com. I'm going to throw it down here at the bottom. So if you ever need to go there, I'm going to throw it to the coaching sessions right here. You can join us for that. Select which one's perfect for you. And hey, you might even work with me or one of our other talented coaches. They know the platform in and out, and they know the marketing, they know everything when it comes to all these tools. So whatever theme you're trying to work on, if you're wanting to work on SEO or anything like that, great time to get an expert in there to help you one-on-one. No, I love that you have so many questions. You know, I'd rather answer them, that way you know the answer. So, thank you again for joining me today. And again, we're here every Friday, same time, different events. Next week we'll be covering website reviews. So if you want us to take a look at your website, if you're the only person here, I get to go in the back end and make some tweaks here and there. But if everyone joins us, you get that live critical feedback that everyone likes to see, and we like to see what everyone else is doing. It gives us all ideas on how we can inspire ourselves, what we're doing right then and there. So I'm glad to be back. Just got back from vacation. It was great to have that vacation, but now I'm re-synergized. I'm ready to look at and help as many of you guys as possible. So thank you so much for joining me on my week back. So can't wait to see you guys next week. Please join me, and had fun today. Hope you did too. And if you have any questions or anything like that, leave it in the comment section. This video will be live to review as soon as I click stop. So you'll see it there, and I'll also upload this to YouTube as well. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a great weekend.